What is up, guys? Steve here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my first Splatoon video. So, basically, my Elgato came in today, and if you currently believe, this is Richard, if you believe that my audio is pretty garbage, then you'd actually be correct. I bought a headset a couple days ago, and it's been something that I've bought before, the same kind of headset, and they're really frail, and it broke, and I'm finally just like got frustrated with that kind of headset since I had spent $30 twice on the same headset and having it break. I actually just decided to invest in a blue snowball, which is actually going to be coming in on Friday. So definitely looking forward to that coming in so that my audio will be much better than it is right now. But since my Elgato came in, I really wanted to bring y'all a Splatoon video. So basically, before I start playing Turf War, which is just what I'm going to do today, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about just the basics of Splatoon. It's a third-person shooter game, and in Turf War, the goal of the game is to have more of the map at the end of 3 minutes covered in your color ink than the other team. And basically right now I just wanted to show the basic mechanic of Splatoon, which is turning back and forth between a kid and a squid form. When you swim through your own colored ink, you actually go faster than you do just running on the ground, which is pretty useful to note, and you can also use ink to like swim up walls and stuff, and yeah, it's definitely really cool. So yeah, just wanted to show that basic mechanic. Before I got into it, as you can see in the top right, I've been playing ranked quite a bit, and currently 8+, that's 60 points, and I'll probably start uploading ranked once I actually get my blue snowball, and I do plan on recording collabs with Richard as well as some other people in Turf War. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Like I said, these games are 3 minutes long, so I'll try to do like probably 3 games per video. Let me get right into a lobby real quick. So yeah, 3 minutes, cover more of the map, and I guess since this is just my first video, I'll try to spend some time explaining just basic things about the game. So as you can see in the preview, a couple of my teams have rollers, which basically their ability is that they can just be rolled on the ground, and they cover a lot of turf, and they can actually jump up and flick ink as well, which does do damage to your opponents. So every set in the game has a sub-weapon and a special ability associated with it, and those are with the guns themselves. Those are not something that you can choose to change. You're pretty much just stuck with whatever the class has. And the gun I'm currently using is the Gal 96 Deco, which has Splash Wall, which you can see here. You can stand behind it and it protects you. And its special is the Kraken, which basically you turn into a giant squid. You're invulnerable for a short period of time. It's a pretty cool ability. And you can also kill people while you're Kraken. So you can see in the top right, I just charged my special ability, the Kraken, so I can use that at any time. However, if you die, you lose some of that charge on your special, which you gain by spraying ink onto the ground. So I'm going to use it here to get the kill, and just kind of lurk around the middle of the map, and go back under. So that line there means that that person is using a charger, which is basically the sniper rifles in this game. Chargers are basically what they sound like. You have to charge them before you shoot them, which is basically what makes them not broken. That guy just got annihilated by it. I'm going to throw my own splash wall down. So this game has, I got the splat. This game has interesting mechanics in terms of just the opposing team's ink. When you stand on it, it injures you, it slows you down. You can't jump as high, which are all pretty crucial things. So that's why just having the map covered is good, because not only is it the actual objective, but it actually just helps you. It helps you in terms of being able to move around, which is really the most important thing in this game, is having maneuverability. That is a special called the Killer Whale. If you get trapped in its path, you die. So it's pretty good. I'm going to throw a splash wall down, try to fight my way out of this. As my wall got destroyed, but we did fight out of it. So we're doing okay here. 10 seconds left. Like I said, fast games. Can't get the skill right now for some reason. Got the kill. And this will actually be pretty close. Alright, so when you die, you lose some of the charge on your special. But, we barely lost it. But you can use, each item of clothing has a main ability that is basically universal to every person that owns the game. So as you can see on the screen, everyone that has the jetpack has special saver sub-ability. That's its main ability. The main abilities have more of an effect than the sub-abilities. The sub-abilities get randomly rolled after you've used the gear for a certain amount of time and accrued a certain amount of points with them. And you can actually re-roll those. You can re-roll those sub-abilities for 30,000 points, and it just re-rolls all of them at the same time. And so the gear is basically how you change your set to what you want it to be like. And so yeah, alright, looking at our team, we got a couple chargers, a roller, and myself. It's nice that we got the other map. So speaking of maps, the way Splatoon works in terms of maps is there are currently 7 maps in the game, with another one that is unreleased that has been announced. That was bad. It's hard to think and talk about what I want to say. So the maps, there are 7 of them. One that has been announced but not released. So every 4 hours, and currently I'm going to talk about Eastern Standard Time just because that's where I am. That's where I live. The maps rotate every 4 hours, Eastern Standard Time, 2, 6, and 10. They change. And Turf War has a 2-map rotation, and the ranked game modes have a 2-map rotation. So, since those change every 4 hours, there are only 4 maps that are playable at any time. As well as the fact that there are multiple ranked game modes, and those also change every 4 hours. I personally kind of like this, because it lets you choose a weapon that you think is more suitable for particular maps, and it also kind of increases weapon diversity, because if all the maps were available all the time, then people would probably end up just using one gun all the time, or just using guns that are pretty balanced and can work on any map. Whereas in these kind of situations, since there are only 4 maps at play and 2 in whichever game mode you choose to play, it's actually pretty good, just because you can change things up every 4 hours, and if the map/game mode don't really suit you, then that's fine. You can just come back later. And it also, if you don't have that option to come back later, it forces you to get better at maps that you don't like, or to play game modes that you're not as comfortable with, which I enjoy. So I'm trying to hold off this point, because this big back area is the best way to win on this map. Inksuka. That's another special ability, the Inksuka. So it looks like they pushed decently into that back area. They're pushing down here. I'm going to try to get a kill. I think we won this. Maybe. Nice. So, yeah. Speaking of ranked game modes, there are 2 ranked game modes. Currently, there's another one that is going to be released in August when the game has a large update. And the 2 current game modes are Splat Zones and Tower Control. Splat Zones is basically like domination in things like Call of Duty, where you have to control certain areas of the map. However, in this case, it's generally one area. It's only 1 or 2 areas, and you don't control the areas by standing in them. You control them by having that ground covered with your colored ink. And you have to hold the area for a certain amount of time before you win. Tower Control is kind of like the old kart game in Team Fortress 2, where basically there's a tower, but you try to ride to the other end of the map, and that's how you win, by getting it all the way to their end of the map. I ran that ink. So yeah, I really actually like both ranked game modes, and I would say I'm better at Tower Control, just because I really like, my playstyle is generally more aggressive, I guess. I really like using things like the Tentatek Splatter Shot, which is really balanced but has short range, and Suction Bombs, which are really good in Tower Control because you can plant bombs onto the tower, and that will help you to take it back from people. As I'm getting a couple cracking kills here. Yeah, and my plan with ranked videos is going into, briefly before the game starts, talking about my strategy on different maps, as well as the gun I'm using and the abilities that my clothes have, and why I chose those abilities, so that it won't be as much of like, oh well, here it is, like this video is. So my opponent is smartly putting a killer whale down that alley, because I'm going to get a splash wall up and try to push deep into their territory. So this game's going pretty well. We have them relatively spawn trapped. They can come from up here, as this guy is trying to do. I think that's an Inksuka that someone's pulled. So I'm going to put a wall down and try to shoot in there. My teammate just died. So basically, one of the keys to this game is just taking advantage of the movement mechanics of going back and forth between Kid and Squid, and just making sure to put yourself into advantageous positions. And also just knowledge about the different guns and stuff. So speaking of guns, I'll briefly, as this game is ending, there are 3 main classes of guns. Shooters, which is one of the ones that I'm using. Rollers, which I mentioned at the very beginning. Chargers, which I also mentioned, and blasters fall under the category of shooter. They're slightly different in that you don't actually have to hit the opponent. They kind of explode when you shoot near people. So that I kind of consider them in their own category. So yeah, guys, this was my first Splatoon video. I hope you guys like this. My audio quality will be better in the future as soon as Friday, because that's when my blue snowball gets in. If you liked this video, drop a like, drop a comment, please. If you didn't like the video, drop a dislike and tell me why in the comments. I'm really excited to be able to start playing this game for you guys. It's something that can be done really easily on live streaming with the Elgato now, and also for people that have Wii U's. Feel free to ask, and I can pass you my Nintendo ID, and we can play Turf Wars together on live stream or whatever. And hey guys, I guess that's it, and see you next time. Peace.